Well, good afternoon, one and all. You're back for more Dritte Liga action. We travel to Osnabrück, a city in the northwest of Germany, situated on the River Hase, the fourth largest city in Lower Saxony. They call it the City of Peace. But no peace here as two sets of raucous fans arrive in to cheer on their respective clubs. And it will be RW Essen travelling to the Stadion and BeReal in bid to notch together yet another 3 points with two sides that have not lost one single game in their last 5 league matches. Astonishing stuff. Rot-Weiss Essen coming in after their victory against Regensburg last time out. 3-2. They were victorious in that. And for Osnabrück, after drawing with Rostock, I do apologise, 2 goals apiece after Robin Meisner and Bernd Rieselmann managed to score and net for the side. Here is how Osnabrück line up. Jonsson in goal, Wiemann, Muller and Fibinski are the back three. Christensen and Kammerbauer are lefts and rights. Then we have Jakobsen and Wagner in the midfield. Then Kell, Badji and Meisner representing the front three. As far as the away side come into this, they have a similar formation. We've got Wienert in goal, then Kraulik, Rios Alonso and Schulz make up the back three with Hoffmann and Brum in respective wing-backs. Reisig and Yasula in the midfield with Safi, Mazuta and Abiyama representing the front three players for Rot-Weiss Essen. Full voice for both sets of fans, quite the capacity here at the BeReal. We're going to be in for a real treat. Two sides, like I said, that have done very well in their last 5 games and currently sit tied together, 4th and 5th in the league table, with Osnabrück ahead of Essen respectively. And so far this campaign, Osnabrück mightily impressive away from home. Of course, they are home here today, but they are the best team in terms of away performances with 7 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. The same can't be said, though, for the home form. 12th in the league table with 5 wins, 4 draws and 3 defeats, though it's not immensely too dissimilar to what they've recorded away, so fairly consistent. As far as Essen are concerned, currently with a home record of 13 games played with 7 wins and 4 draws, 2 defeats. Only 4 wins, though, away from home, which could prove to pay dividends for the VfL Osnabrück side as they look to chase yet another 3 points. Of course, in terms of how these sides have met in the past, we've witnessed these two come toe to toe, not just in Dritte Liga, but also in regional Liga action as well through the years. It's always been a spirited contest. As now the players get set to enter the pitch. The referee, 29-year-old Felix Bickel from Wolfsburg in Germany, will be blowing the whistle before we get this match underway. As far as Osnabrück are concerned, with the colours they are embracing is the typical purple and white that they've become accustomed to for so many years now, and it will be, of course, the full red kit being worn by Rot-Weiss Essen. It's representative of their away strip. Of course, they formed back on the 1st of February 1907. That's over 119 years ago, with Uwe Koschinat, the head coach since last year, pushing the team onwards. Timo Schulz also appointed as the chief of the VfL Osnabrück side in the dugout. And on the cusp of potentially achieving yet another Osnabrück promotion. They've had 2 Dritte Liga championship titles, the first one being all the way back in 2009 and 2010. And they followed that up in 2018 and 19. So chasing a third ideally, but of course a lot of work to do to chase the likes of Energy Cottbus, as well as Verl and MSV Duisburg, who currently sit in the top 3. But level on points, Osnabrück, with Duisburg right now. And bear in mind, Duisburg are not a force to be trifled with. So credit to Osnabrück for that as the 2 captains shake hands. A lot of the goals for Osnabrück have not necessarily come from the front end of things. Of course, Robin Meisner, their top goal scorer, but a lot of the goals also coming in from the midfield with Bjark Jakobsen and Lars Kell. Even some from the defence as well, if we include Ismail Badi from before. But all smiles as the players now observe some final words before we get this game underway. can almost a deathly silence reverberating through the crowd. As now the chants erupt, as the players clap. The energy very clear for both teams. They know what this game could mean. Of course, we're coming into the tail end of this season. It's been a long road, but coming into this year, this is where these two sides will be looking to chase for promotion. Osnabrück have had their fair share of experience inside the Zweite Liga in the past. This stadium, the Embrace, the Bremer Brücke, was built back in 1931 and has been their grand theatre for all things football through the course of that time. As now the match gets underway, Essen getting us off and running. Your commentator here, George Morgan, bringing you all the action. I hope wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, you're going to be enjoying this festivity of football. As now they fight for control here in the midfield, straight from the off. High energy, straight off the bat here at the Bremer Brücke. Now the counter-attack on offer here for Osnabrück. Little switch, lovely bit of play from Kell. Badji looking for an opportunity, plays it back. Once again, a clap from the fans as they appreciate the possession that Osnabrück are attributing here in this early stage of the contest. Fourth largest city in Lower Saxony, here in Osnabrück. Beautiful part of the world, as I said, that runs along the River Haas. Very picturesque. The fans doubling up on that as well with their own full voice. With a side that should, no question, after their feats of the past, of course, prior to the Bundesliga coming into fashion, they were regulars in the top flight. It was initially founded as a multi-sport club in Osnabrück with plans to form the club dating back from the 17th of April 1899. It's a combined effort from smaller clubs Antipodia and Germania and Minerva to create Fußball Club 1899 Osnabrück. At 6 different occasions, Osnabrück have been promoted in the third tier of the German Football League, dating all the way back from 1999 into the millennium. So now Essen look to spiritedly carry themselves forward. Ball on the right-hand side here could yet be delivered by Safi. Able to find the answer, but now Osnabrück lay claim to it. Just wrestling for possession here now as Essen carry the ball once again. It's Jasula who picked it up. A couple of players there, a couple of options arriving in the Osnabrück half. Essen are probing at the moment, just looking for an opportunity. Got some serious threats up front of Essen with quite an even spread of players that have scored goals this season. The largest amount, though, coming from Japanese player Kaito Mizuta, who's netted 7 of their league goals this campaign in 22 appearances. It's the Purple Whites in possession at the moment. So now they look to develop the passage of play. So currently carrying it in their own half right now. So Essen showing some serious signs of threat as well. Only takes one mistake for the door to be unlocked. It's a lovely tackle. Great tackle from Christensen. Stepping up for his team. It's the 23-year-old Danish player. He's amassed over 1,000 minutes in the purple and white shirt this campaign. He's become a firm regular with the team. Just aggressive play here, certainly both sides not giving it inches now. Osnabrück look to develop a threat here now. Christensen back inside. Muller spreading the play out wide to Fabinski. Wagner out wide to Kammerbauer. Wiemann calling for it on the far left as well. Comes back to Muller. Wiemann. To the left-hand side now as the threat becomes real now. Christensen with a cross into the box. Badgie's there on hand to try and maintain the ball back. It will go out for an Osnabrück throw in a very dangerous area. Not a lot that Bruma could have done with that really for Essen. Was caught in a bit of a trap. Not far from the corner flag. For Essen, it's been 2 wins in their last 5. The rest have been draws. It's TSV Havelse back on the 24th of January, where they notched out 4 goals to 1, which was impressive. Imperative clearance there from Essen, but it only goes so far as to the edge of the box. Badgie's there on the ball, shoots for distance. Oh my goodness, what a great save! Brilliant save from Vino. An immaculate strike. It has to be said. A grand effort. First big chance of the game. But did he just strike that sweetly? Phenomenal stuff. Ismail Badi, who operates mainly as a fullback. He showed a lot of venom in that strike. He's been moved further forward here today, just sitting in behind Meisner up front. But a corner kick now for Osnabrück and an early threat already levied in. It's Kell who will deliver. Badi's waiting on the edge of the box as well, so they've got that option if they need him. The ball comes into the middle, it's off the head, and just hitting the top netting. Will go out for a goal kick. Let's take a look at the corner again. It's a little flick on towards the rear of play. Not sure if that was Wagner who just got up above his man there just briefly, but unfortunately could not guide it into the opposing net. But some sprightly early signs here from Osnabrück in their home stadium. Like I said, it's not been necessarily Essen's strongest point this season in terms of their away form. A grand opportunity really for Osnabrück to take all 3 points in a territory where largely hasn't necessarily worked out for them. Elsewhere, folks, I can tell you that Ingolstadt have gone a goal down at home against Havelse. We mentioned Havelse losing 4 goals to 1 against Essen earlier on in the last 5 games that they had, that being on the 24th of January. Well, it's now Havelse who are a goal to 0 up against Ingolstadt right now. So, well done to them. They look to improve their league position. Osnabrück now with another chance as they look to develop the play again coming forward. Just can't quite find the cross, Christensen. But it will go out for another corner. Osnabrück with their second of the match. And we can also update you to say that MSV Duisburg, who sit just above Osnabrück in the table, they've just scored their first goal in the game against Schweinfurt, and a big game for Duisburg there. Schweinfurt not necessarily having a grand campaign, currently sat rooted at the bottom of the league table. Duisburg, of course, chasing promotion, been huge threats in the Dritte Liga over many years, and have now got a goal up as well inside the first half in the first 13 minutes. A corner for Osnabrück. Can they follow suit with what we've seen from Havelse and Duisburg already this afternoon? The ball gets sent into the middle. Plenty of players there, punched away by Vino. Now it's a great chance here for Essen to parry forward and try and carry the counter-attack. A swarm of purple and whites crowding around. Had a goal elsewhere as well. Aachen have just gone a goal to 0 up against VfL, which is an astounding feat on their part. Of course, they are at home in that encounter. But VfL currently sit second in the league table as Osnabrück win themselves a free kick going down in their own penalty box. So very busy elsewhere in the Dritte Liga, as it very nearly was here. 2 corners already registered by Osnabrück, and a immense stunning shot. Could have easily ended up being a goal for Ismail Badi. There he is now. Looking to receive the ball. It's now Muller will look to get play underway. Jonsson opting to take it. Purple White's goalkeeper opting to play it short. Mention that Osnabrück is, of course, labelled the well-renowned as the City of Peace. And you can see to a sense that the logo that's marked in the centre of the pitch, resembling that fact as well. Just looking to build a passage of play here. It's very dangerous from Osnabrück here, in Essen are really starting to gather, closing down every pass, every piece of possession. So now they look to build up once again. Over the course of this campaign, 11 games won for Essen. So the ball very comfortably will find its way back to Jonsson. This is his 25th game appearance. Has competed in every game this campaign for Osnabrück. Trusty pair of hands for the Purple Whites. As the ball gets lofted forward, it's the head of the Essen team first. The ball gets sent forward. Essen now looking to drive. They've got an opportunity on the left-hand side as Safi looks to send the ball into the middle. It's dealt with, at least for now, but only goes so far as to lead to a corner. A great effort from Muller to clear the danger. Strong ball from Safi, played from that right-hand side. It's the first corner of the game here for Essen. Bruma now moving across to take it on the right-hand side. As you can see, plenty of red shirts now packing the Osnabrück penalty area. As the ball now comes into the middle, it's cleared away. Not able to find Bruma once again. It will be another throw in, this time for Osnabrück though. Dead ball situation. Just see the reaction from Koshinat there in the dugout. Just trying to drive some spirit into his players. There have been a few warning shots fired by Osnabrück so far in this game. Definitely looked like a severe threat. But we are only in the first 12 minutes or so of play so far. Elsewhere, we do have Dritte Liga action at Regensburg. They're taking on Wien Wiesbaden this afternoon. That is still 0-0. Christensen. Mette Muller. Bad first touch indeed for Jakobsen. Very nearly paid the price there, and Essen have still got a player down at the moment, but it's not going to stop Osnabrück. Ismail Badi on the right-hand side. Looking up, finds Jakobsen. Bit of a misplaced long ball there at that point, and the head there wasn't very good either in the middle of the park here for Osnabrück, and now Essen back in possession. Hoffman playing it back to Rios Alonso, who's operating in the centre-back role. Now it's Kraulik. Bruma there as well, just trying to find a possible gateway down the left-hand side. But here come Osnabrück now on the counter-attack. But a cracking tackle. Brilliant piece of defensive play there from the Albanian Yusula. Once a goal scorer already this season. 17 appearances, this being his 18th start for the Essen side. He's also assisted one as well. Has been sent off, though, already this campaign. One of two players to be sent off in the Essen team. So the ball once again comes forward once again. Osnabrück probing for an open avenue to pounce. The ball very nicely played about, and now an opportunity on the right, but it will go out for another corner. Or will it? No, goal kick. Looked like there might have been a deflection before it barreled out of play. We're going to look back at Ismail Badi's effort from outside the box. A stunning strike, has to be said. Deserved a lot more than what he got for it. Brilliant save as well, equally, by Vino. He's definitely shown himself to be a threat as the now attacker. This Osnabrück side. Essen, of course, German champions back in 1954. Also winning the German Cup in 1952. Of course, this is before the Bundesliga was established, but lots of history for these two sides. A lot of the... It's now Essen come forward. They've got a great chance here now on the edge of the box. Oh, just wide of the mark. A grand effort. It was Hoffman who darted into the middle. We'll take a look at this again. Some lovely headed play and the burst of pace on the left-hand side coming from Safi, who then looked to his inside, and just how did that not curl in? Safi with a lovely ball laid off to Hoffman. Just curled it wide. But an early sign from Essen that they're going to take full opportunity. And now once again they're coming forward. Mazuta playing it down the inside to once again build up the play. Now Osnabrück. See the ball dramatically come into the Essen half. They now drive forward at goal. Oh my goodness, just wide of the mark again. Another chance, this time for Meisner. Somehow the ball does not go out. For a goal kick, it almost bends round in for a throw-in. We'll take a look at this again. This is Robin Meisner, who has been by far the biggest threat and arguably left alone by the Essen defenders. Should have probably been closed down more than he was. But, can't leave opportunities like that for Robin Meisner, who is a potent threat in the Dritte Liga for the Osnabrück side this season. 8 goals in 22 appearances, along with 5 assists. Plenty of atmosphere here in the Bremer Brook. Elsewhere, more goals being recorded. Duisburg now 2-0 up against Schweinfurt, and Aachen have gone 2-0 up against VfL. A mighty performance on show from Aachen at the moment. Against the VfL side that have been extremely strong at this point in the season. I will say this, 2 defeats in their last 5 coming into today's game. Perhaps a sign that some of those big results are now starting to slip away. And it could be at a poor time as well with Duisburg. They could go second in the league table. VfL could slip as low as at least 4th. Should they fall to a defeat here this afternoon. So Osnabrück once again pick the ball up. Again, the referee just pulling play back. Will be a free kick for Essen here. Meisner with just a leg getting stuck out and bringing down Hoffman. Schultz. Ball gets played forward. Once again, looks like Reisig was trying to offer up on the passage of play. Rios Alonso, though, throws the ball back in. Reisig. Now across to Kraulich. Back to the left where Bruma is operating. He'll play it back across as well, just squarely across the defence. Rios Alonso now taking more of a right wing back position. They weren't able to find Abiyama up on his own up front. Still trying to carve out a potential opportunity against this Osnabrück side so far. They're still in possession anyway, Essen. They managed to regather it. Wienand now sends it forward. A big kick out from Jonsson from the Osnabrück goalmouth. The Purple Whites look to maintain control. Matchday 26, it will be an away trip for Osnabrück. They will have Erzberger Aue coming up. Get another chance for them to take 3 points as now Ismail Badi complains about the challenge. It was laid down by Bruma. Take a look at this again. Bruma just caught him a little bit square, and unfortunately for Badi, nowhere to go. But, no free kick, the referee denying that from a dead ball. Instead, it will be a throw-in for Essen. For Essen, they will be travelling away once again on matchday 26 when they go to Hansa Rostock. And yet again, a big tie-up there for Essen, with Hansa as of now coming into today's games, currently sitting 7th in the league table. So a match of much importance for both sides, because it's quite constrained in that midfield department. Of course, you've got sides looking to jump up inside the higher echelons of the top 10 as the referee pulls play back. You just see a shove just off picture as the ball was getting played forward, and Felix Bickel not having any of it. Just take a look at it, just a bit of a shoulder check really at this point. Yeah, it was just to a player that wasn't really, you can just see it from the background. It was Abiyama who came in with the shoulder. So an easy free kick for Felix Bickel to give here. Only a young referee at 29 years old. Has worked his way up from the regional leaguers. So taking part in some Zweite Liga action as well in the past. And now here in the Dritte Liga also. Couldn't play this sport without them. Essential to the governance of the game. So now Osnabrück look to get play back underway once again. Once again, Abiyama trying to threaten the Osnabrück defence. Be very busy closing down every ball, have Essen. Certainly not a zonal methodology. Lots of man marking going on. Is now forward come Osnabrück once more. Is now Badi sends the ball into the middle, right into the danger zone. Attempted clearance away. Doesn't go out for a corner, so they managed to prevent the corner, have Essen, but it will be a throw to Osnabrück. Referee just communicated to Rios Alonso. Meant to be a slight protest coming here. Here was the cross from Badi. Rios Alonso obviously believing that he got checked as well inside the penalty area. But regardless, an Osnabrück throw as we come into the 24th minute, sends it into the middle. Rios Alonso with the header. It's picked up again though by Badi. Once again, the ball comes into the middle, and the goalkeeper with firm hands. Wienand managing to ensure there would be no further danger. Immediately now Essen looking to try and carry the play to the other side of the pitch, but nothing they can do about it. It reaches Jonsson for a goal kick. Oh dear, very poor. He's got dispossessed there in the very dangerous final third. By the Essen team as Osnabrück try to gather the play. Very nearly went the other way then, going to the other side of the pitch. Essen had to do certainly a lot of work to counteract the imposing threat of Robin Meisner. As I said, has been the threat with 8 goals so far this season. And equally enough, Japanese player Kaito Mizuta has been a venomous threat with 7 goals and 7 assists so far this season in his 22 games prior to this one. So at either end of the pitch, both sides have serious goal threats. Christensen with a throw. Ball gets lofted over the top, and certainly no ambitions to directly find a player. Now Essen will pick up possession and now look to probe once more against Osnabrück. Quite a few players now starting to build up and move their way into the box. Unfortunately, Abiyama unable to garner control. We will go out for another goal kick. But there have been positive signs from both sides so far in the early stage of this first half, though the play has been rather choppy with a few interceptions here and there. You just get the feeling when it's, well, as soon as it settles down, looking towards the closing minutes before the end of the first half and maybe even deep into the second half, we will see something happen. But now we see Osnabrück back on the ball. Again, looking for options. It comes back to Weimann. Weimann sends it across to Muller. Muller now back to the left-hand side. Kell tries to switch the ball into the middle. Ismail Badi loses possession. Now Essen look to counter. And they found Bruma on the left-hand side. Sends a sweeping ball over the top in a bid to find Mizuta. But it's Abiyama on the ball nonetheless, but can't find a fellow red shirt. It's easily picked up by Jonsson in the Osnabrück goal mouth. Mizuta. It's bullied off the ball at that point by Ismail Badi. Osnabrück once again pushing and probing. They got options on the left-hand side here. It's Christensen, who now opens up his body. Went for the left-footed strike, but goes out for yet another opportunity with a corner. This is their 3rd corner of the game now, Osnabrück. Plenty of red shirts, though, in the middle, getting ready for the incoming ball. Full voice here from Essen as they look to essentially become the 12th man on the field of play. What can Osnabrück create from this? Plenty of men inside the middle, a couple on the outside of the area as well. Watch out for Ismail Badji will be there on call in a bid for a goal himself now as the ball is crept into the middle. Another opportunity on the edge of the area, but it's blown over the bar. It was Kamabauer. Was looking for the first time strike. And again, strong reactions from the Essen dugout. Koshinat obviously hoping that he can see better from his team so far in the first half. Very animated on the touchline. 3 points for either side would be essential and could make a huge difference in terms of where the league's going to counter out. It looks like it's just been pulled back here by Felix Bicknell, not happy with the challenge that he had just witnessed. It looks like it's going to go the way of Osnabrück this time. So Essen are going to have their wits about them. And this is certainly a pliable opportunity here from Osnabrück. They might choose to go straight at goal with this one as well. Kel might even just roll it out to one of his teammates, but they have got a queue of players lined up just on the edge of the box. So now it's played out to the left, very smart. Ismail Badji on his own on the left-hand side will now breeze past his man, now shoots a goal, great save by Wijnand. It was needed. The goalkeeper gesturing to his team that they needed to block the passage of the shot. Ismail Badji was left on his own. Darts past his man. Cut through by Amiyama like butter. And I have to tell you, two fantastic efforts from Ismail Badji. Both of them on target as well, but very smart play by Osnabrück, just could not profit off the back of it. Still a corner kick, though, here for the Purple Whites. You get a sense that now the energy's starting to turn up here as the ball is swept into the middle. It's punched away by Wijnand. The goalkeeper unable, though, to push it out any further. It is still Osnabrück with an opportunity. It's cleared away, though. And chased down by the Essen attack, but no can do. It will be a throw here for Osnabrück. Two big chances here in the first half of play. Can tell you as well elsewhere, Regensburg have gone a goal to 0 up against Wien Wiesbaden. As now Christensen has gone down in the first half as well, and Felix Bicknell not happy. You can just tell that tempers are getting a little bit frayed here with two sides that are so close together in the Dritte Liga table. As I said, 3 points are everything, especially in the very finer moments of this. And you see there a really hard check by Riesig. Christensen ended up going down as a result. Ruben Riesig. This is his fifth appearance for the Essen side this season. He now picks up the play now in the central defensive midfielder role. Nabiyama, lovely little bit of 1-2 play there from Essen, but it's collected by Osnabrück now. Look to dance forward. A tippy tap their way into the Essen defence, but Essen now pick it up once more. Again, it's intercepted. And Essen now look to probe, but again, out for a throw. Still in the hands of the red shirts, but going down in a little bit of pain is Hoffman. Bruma with a throw. Comes into the middle. Big head Heads off the individual players now. Abiyama with a shot, though, deflected. And back they are again. Oh, what a save! It was a fantastic head, despite the lack of momentum for Rios Alonso. Really did have to force something out of Jonsson. Came out of almost nothing as well. There was hardly any venom on the incoming ball, but somehow Rios Alonso able to put a little bit of poke, had to use all of his neck muscles to try and launch the ball at goal, and really did put Lucas Jonsson under some immense pressure. Now a corner here for Essen. It's Mizuta who's going to take it on the left-hand side of play. The referee just gesturing and saying, can you please ensure the ball is where it's supposed to be. Plenty of contact inside the Osnabrück box. And again, the Osnabrück fans giving Mizuta a hard time here over the ball placement. Mizuta sends the ball into the middle. Options there are plenty. Comes off, almost the goalkeeper just about got a glove to it. Great save again. And it was Bruma, I think, with the shots. Mizuta with a lovely curling effort. It was off the keeper's hand. Great save by Jonsson. And again, I think it was more the, not sure whether it was Jonsson or the 25 of Weimann who actually managed to get the last touch of the ball. But it's another corner now to Essen. The ball into the middle. Headed again by the Osnabrück defence. Another punch from Jonsson, and it's once again another corner. Osnabrück are making it hard for themselves here. They've been forced to make some great saves. They've got some big men in the penalty box of Essen at the moment. Riesig being one of them as well. He's currently inside that penalty area. Big punch away from Jonsson. Again, they call upon him. Zaffi now allows the ball to go out of play. It will be a throw to the Essen side. Roma coming across to take it. But yet further grand chances here. Both teams lining up in a similar fashion for this game, though there has been a slight change to the methodology of Essen's approach. They've put two men further forward with Zaffi and Abiyama. Mizuta playing in almost a cam role as now Essen come forward again. Abiyama! Over the bar. Not troubling Lucas Jonsson. The Nigerian, in only his third game, he's scored 2 goals in 2 matches. Goes to show what a threat he has been so far since joining with Essen. By the law of averages, you'd expect him to score in this one as well. Elsewhere, Duisburg are now 3-0 in front against Schweinfurt, as now Osnabrück come forward again, and they've got a great chance to slot their first goal wide of the mark. Robin Meisner with a huge opportunity to send the home side a 0-0 in front. You get the feeling the composure left him. Just pushed it wide of the mark, and you get the feeling the goalkeeper would have been left for dead at that point. Just look at this again, inside the box. It wasn't until the very late stage that the defence were able to mount any pressure. Nonetheless, looks like it will be a corner kick here at this moment. Like I was saying though, folks, Duisburg 3-0 up at the moment. VfL have managed to pull a goal back against Aachen away from home. You get the sense we could be about to see a goal here as well at some point. It's been threatening all game long so far in this first half. The corner cleared away by Essen. But so far it is still a throw for the Purple Whites. Cal forfeiting the ball, but they get play back underway. Back with Cal again. Can't dance past his man. Abiyama sends the ball forward. It's now being chased by Riesig. Cleared away. Veerman ensuring that the play does not continue and the momentum doesn't carry through for Essen. Will be a throw, though, to the Reds. Rios Alonso. Kraulik. That's Kraulik again. From Schulz. Back to Schulz. Rios Alonso on the right-hand side, just looking for some opportunities inside the midfield. Nothing coming, and instead they opt for the goalkeeper, Wijnand. Essen just happy to covet possession here at this stage. Kraulik now swapping over to the left-hand side. As they look to maintain the ball here. Coming inside the final 5 minutes of normal time in this first half. No flick on for Abiyama. This time that was denied. Osnabrück now back in possession. Jakobsen looks up and plays it back across to Fabinski. Kammerbauer back to Fabinski again. The inside to Jakobsen. Wagner also there as well, just on the left-hand side. Weimann taking a bit of a wider line to try and open up the passenger play. Now Ismail Badji, who now looks to drive forward. Still has the ball here. Badji's got immense pace and dancing past his man. Abiyama brings him down, though. Is it Abiyama? I don't think it was, actually. I do apologise. Just looking at this, it was Yasula who brought him down. Abiyama, incidentally, just was the tackle before that. It was Yasula who came in with the force. He has got a yellow card as a result of that. But a big chance on the edge of the area here for Osnabrück. Obviously, they may not try what they did before, which was laying off to Ismail Badji. Instead, they're going straight at it. Very direct route here. Badji obviously asking for the ball, but just the pass was not strong enough. It will be a goal kick here for Essen. But yeah, they could not carry through the same routine they did previously with an open Ismail Badji. But you get the sense that his pace has been the difference maker in portions of this first half. Not to mention a lethal shot that could carve open the Essen goalmouth. Oh, now they have a chance here, Osnabrück. Dancing forward, and it will be Meisner on ball and on goal. Can he slot it home? Ismail Badji! Well, you felt it was coming. We all certainly did. They had chances aplenty. And from the get-go, you would have thought it would have been Robin Meisner. Well, barreling down on goal. He may have not been able to hit the target, but certainly, as the ball was played back, Ismail Badji, who has already had 2 chances prior to securing the finish, he nets the first goal of the game. Here's the replay of the moment itself. Robin Meisner from the goal kick that was laid down by Wijnand. He pounced, laid down a shot. Wijnand did block it, but it fell into the path of Ismail Badji, who slotted home. The crowd all chant the name, Badji, Ismail Badji. Makes it Osnabrück 1, Essen 0. That's his 5th goal of the season. in 19 appearances for the VfL Osnabrück side. Just what the home side were looking for as well. In a bid to charging on the top 3 in the league table, and with VfL currently sat at half-time. Half-time has blown up at Aachen v VfL. It is 2-1 at the moment. VfL did pull one back, as we alerted you all to earlier on. Duisburg currently 3-0 up against Schweinfurt. Avelsa have blown up at half-time, 1-0 up against the home side Ingolstadt. So now Essen look to come forward again just before half-time here as well. And indeed, very close to that one. Drifting past Johnson. Can't afford to make any mistakes here, Osnabrück, because they know they'll be punished by this rampant Essen side. Got plenty of force in that striking trio, that forward trio. Especially Abayama, if he gets a sniff of an opportunity on goal. Won't hesitate to take it. But we are into added time. We are going to be playing a minute of added time here at the Stadion and Bremer Brücke. Again, Robin Meisner closing down every ball here. And the referee, Felix Bickel, blows the whistle to signal the end of the first half. And what a first half we have had. It's been tense between two sides that feature in the top 5 in the league table coming into this affair. But one man splits the difference. It's Ismail Badi, his strike, managing to notch the home side 1-0 in front as we now close up for half-time here at the Bremer Brücke. Well, welcome back to the BeReal, and if you've just joined us, it is 1-0 going the way of Osnabrück. Just before half-time, it was Ismail Badji who managed to pounce on the early effort from Meisner. Robin Meisner wasn't able to slot home, but it certainly was going to be Ismail Badji in receipt of the ball as it bounced off the goalkeeper Felix Wienand, and therefore Osnabrück now lead 1-0 as the players now rejoin the pitch, and we'll get the second half of action underway. It's been a very busy half indeed. Badji has been threatening through the early course of this match encounter, with one shot from approximately 40 yards away from the goal mouth being denied by the Essen keeper. That's been pretty much the story. VfL Osnabrück with plenty of power and potential in their team, but same can be said for Essen with the likes of Dixon Abiyama, who in 3 appearances prior to this one already managing to net together 2 goals, and both of those secured against Alemannia Aachen in that 3-3 draw back on the 8th of February. But the 2 sets of coaches now go into their respective dugouts. The players will now rejoin the action. Osnabrück will be kicking us off for this second half. They will be going from left to right, will the home side dressed in their familiar purple and white, and then in the all-red RWS and going from right to left. As we get the match back underway, yeah, more action here in the Dritte Liga. We welcome you all around the globe. George Morgan here in the commentary box for those of you who are just joining us as well. And already Osnabrück looking to pounce. Badji now sending the ball off out wide. So now we see play settle down. Elsewhere, we have seen goals elsewhere. Ingolstadt and Helvelsa are now tied on a goal apiece. Helvelsa have now restored it to a level playing field. So now Essen looking to defend their half of the pitch. It goes out for a goal kick. But no changes coming into the second half. All quiet so far, so the teams have the ability to make any necessary changes they want now coming into the second half of action. The ball gets played across Tobias Kraulik, who now moves across to the left-hand side to receive from Wienand. Now to the opposing goalkeeper, the home side goalkeeper Jonsson clears the danger. Rios Alonso. Pass back to Wienand. Sends the ball upfield. Plenty of atmosphere from both sets of fans, even the travelling support at the BeReal. Osnabrück with a player down at the moment. We'll take a look at the replay. Christiansen, by the looks of it, heading or looking to meet the ball. Fortunately, came together with Yannick Hoffmann. Fredrik Christiansen back on his feet. His 20th appearance this season for Osnabrück, in which he has already netted together 2 goals and 2 assists. On his day, he can be lethal. Osnabrück have been known to score goals from their defensive line, with Patrick Kammerbauer being one of them. Kraulik. The ball back to keeper Felix Wienand. Mizuta. Kraulik. Scholz just holding the ball up and looking to offload. Did find Klaus Yasula, who's already picked up a yellow card already in this match. Mizuta unable to garner the ball. It will go out. Lucas Bruma. Should the ball go out for an Osnabrück throw-in? In terms of the league table, if results stay as they are, it will be Duisburg going to the top. Of course, we're still yet to see Energy Cottbus hold their 30 or their 25th game this season. They'll be taking on Erzberger Aue tomorrow afternoon. But we'll drop down to third with Duisburg taking the lead, and they are at the moment 3 goals to 0 in front against Schweinfurt. Osnabrück, with a win today, could go second in the Dritte Liga table. So, like we said, a game of significance for both sides here this afternoon. Shmuel Badji unable to keep the ball in play. It will be Bruma with the throw-in for Essen. Sends it back. Scholz picks it up towards the rear. Rios Alonso sends it forward. Does find his man. Go as far as he needed it to go, though. Kammerbauer picking it up in the middle of the park. Dixon Abiyama putting the pressure on. He's quite a physical player, is the Nigerian. As we mentioned, this being his 4th game, or his 3rd game even, in the Dritte Liga. Still in the infancy of his run here with Essen. Shmuel Badji looks to try and put the pressure on. Kraulik clears the danger, finds Bruma. Dixon Abiyama unable to control it. Mizuta was hunting down for the ball, but it goes out of play. Oh, dearie me. Felix Bickel, the referee, to step in. It was Bruma who was trying to retrieve the ball off Fabinski. Both of them marking a sign of respect between them. Puts the little tussle to bed. But, now his play gets back underway. Osnabrück losing possession inside the middle of the park. Rios Alonso now with a lovely ball on the right-hand side. It goes out of play, though. Will be a throw. Something more here. In fact, it could more likely a free kick, as the referee determines that Hoffman may have shoulder-checked Christensen. And yes, indeed, the free kick has been given. It looks like the goalkeeper, Lucas Jonsson, is going to step up and take this one. Osnabrück coming forward. Shmuel Badji with the ball. He's got Kraulik in front of him at the moment, just trying to body up to the young talent. Trying to use his speed and power once again, but unable to get past. And now Bruma sees it go out of play, and it will be a throw-in. Much to the dismay of Shmuel Badji. Clearly felt that it should have gone their way. RW Essen will have the throw. Linesman gesturing. The player to get on with it. Yes, inside, formed back on the 1st of February 1907. As a result of a merger between 2 smaller clubs, SC Prusen and Deutsche Reich. Deary me. Zuter on the end of that one. You get the feeling that tempers are starting to fray here from this Essen side, who largely been the wrong end of play really inside the first half. Errors inside the midfield and some frailties in the defensive end of things have essentially opened up the opportunities for Osnabrück, who, if you look at it in great detail, haven't necessarily conceded all that many in their last 5 games, but the referee saying no to that challenge, despite Hoffman coming in hard. The attempted cross now denied by Essen, but Osnabrück pick it back up again as they look to try and develop the pass, the passage of play. Now Essen on the ball, and they now look to drive forward. It's Riesig who tries to power on through, comes down. The referee with a yellow card. Yellow card in hand. And it's Fridolin Wagner who receives the yellow. Zuto with a great touch. That is a fantastic touch. Let's fly with the shots. No problem for Jonsson. It's a lovely first touch to bypass the Osnabrück defence, but easily met the hands of Lucas Jonsson. Picking it up once more though, Bruma. And to Kraulik. Schultz. Bruma. Ball out of play, will be a throw to Osnabrück. Kammerbauer with the ball in hand. Look to offload here for the Purple Whites. We'll take a look at this again. Just fortunate touch really from Bruma. So Osnabrück now continue to pepper and try and pry the defence forward now as the ball now is back under the possession of the Purple Whites. Once again, they've pushed their men forward. Babinski playing the ball off back to Muller. And Essen collecting the loose ball. Essen now driving forward on the right-hand side, just able to find an avenue. Christensen more than equal to it. Oh my goodness, big challenge. Yeah, he's definitely going to come under a reprimand for that one. Slight telling off here indeed for Hoffman. Just came in a bit hard there, a little bit strong. As Christensen was watching the ball go out for an Osnabrück goal kick. Elsewhere, Ingolstadt now 2-1 in front against Havelse. So more goals coming in the Dritte Liga. Still all square here at the Bremer Brücke. Osnabrück continue to try and drive forward. They've spent a grander deal of their time inside the Essen half. Dixon Abiyama now with the ball. Trying to find opportunities as now Bruma now charges on the left-hand side. He's got opportunities inside the middle. Great challenge. Has to be said by Fabinski. The ball goes out of play for a throw. A lot Bruma could do about that. Bruma with a mighty run down the left-hand side, but a fantastic tackle by Fabinski. Pushes the ball out of play, but looks like they're going to be looking for the long throw here. Essen. Be Bruma who takes it, or finds its way into the middle. Oh, it's in the middle for Dixon and Abiyama as well. Oh my goodness, there we go. But the referee looks like he's denied it. Dixon Abiyama, who was looking for his 3rd goal of the season, the throw-in was sent into the middle. We'll take a look at this now. And indeed, 2 players caught offside, and that was Riesig and Rios Alonso, both players. Were caught on the wrong side of the defence as Dixon Abiyama tried to lay the shot down. And whilst, of course, the ball did find its way into the into the net. It looks like it's not going to stand. As you can see, it came off the foot of Rios Alonso as well. Even if it wasn't intended to be the pass, it made contact with the defender. And therefore offside called by the referee. And again, that's only going to add to the frustrations of this Essen side. They're going to feel that they've been on the wrong end of a decision, but in accordance to the replays that we've seen, the referee was absolutely spot on. So now Osnabrück come forward again. Now this time, plenty of opportunities they've already had. Shots on target from numerous players. As Kammerbauer plays it back once again. Muller, back to Fabinski. Meisner now with a little headed touch. Kraulik just managing to lift the ball up away from the danger area, and now it's the turn of Essen to try and power forward. Mizuta plays it to the left-hand side, and once again it's Bruma who's charging on the left. Tries to dance past his man, does so. Abiyama, he loses the ball, comes back to Mizuta. Yasula finds Riesig. Big, tall, burly midfielder. Able to find Yasula again. Abiyama unable to hold on to it though, and again Osnabrück looking to push on here, but it finds Ismail Badji with his electric pace. He's now going to look to lay down the challenge against this Essen side. The ball's going to find its way into the middle. A low cross, just swept over the bar. And again, Robin Meisner was the end point on that approach towards the Essen goalmouth. Just could not quite find the target. A lovely touch. It just sends the ball over the bar. More threats coming in from this Osnabrück side. Again, Abiyama just yearning to try and find an open opportunity to build some momentum with the ball at feet. Just hasn't really had that chance yet. He's been crowded by players. And you get the sense that that has been the approach from Osnabrück. They've tried to close him down. They were aware of the threat. Like I said, 2 goals he scored against Alemannia Aachen, going back on the 8th of February. Riesig now sending the ball forward again. Essen just unable to create anything of substance. One major chance being the attempt on goal that did find its way in, but offside was called. There'll be a high level of frustration there in amongst the travelling Essen support, and I'm sure the dugout as well. We saw the reaction. It looks like there are 2 players getting warmed up, ready to come on for Essen here. Bruma. It looks like it's Abuz getting ready as well as Janssen. For the Essen side. Marvin Abuz, who has netted once in his 23 appearances so far, but has assisted 4 times. Abiyama gets pulled up for a free kick. It looks like he's going to make his way across as well. So Abiyama with an early exit, swapped in by Marvin Abuz. Also coming on, Marek Janssen. Remian Safi coming off the pitch as well. That was the goal that separates the 2 sides at the moment. Towards the tail end of the first half. We know how much those goals can change games. Though I will say this, it has been Osnabrück pretty much since the very start, as now they look to parry forward again. We've also seen a substitution for Osnabrück as Kai Proger comes on for Ismail Badi. So more subs coming in from elsewhere as now Osnabrück look to carry the ball forward. Christensen unable to unlock the Essen door. Hoffman now charging down the right-hand side, looks to open up yet another threat here against Osnabrück. Ball comes back to Scholz. Back to Hoffman again. Hoffman. Rios Alonso. Again closed down. The ball sent out of play. It's Kell who just managed to get a foot on it. Elsewhere, Aachen still 3-1 up now. They're still leading the way, but have now applied yet another goal on top of the VfL side, who, as a result of this, are going to drift down the table. In accordance to our live feed at the moment, 4th in the league is where they will be. Tough day at the office for a team that have been very potent as a goal threat. We see the ball come into the middle. Essen with a great chance here to level up. But now Essen are on the back foot, because here comes Osnabrück with players charging down the flanks and down the centre as well. It's Kammerbauer who sends the ball in the middle of the park. Great chance here now for Proger, who was unable to finish. Essen clear the danger, but it's collected again in a stern tackle by Fabinski. Kammerbauer sends the ball into the centre of the park. Again, the two players come down. Two players still down here for both Essen and Osnabrück. The referee calls the game to a halt. And it looks like there's some significant pain for both players. At this stage, Kammerbauer sent the early switch across. A collision of feet. It looks like Kell went down to begin with. There we also witnessed Yasula, who's carrying a yellow card at the moment, also down on the ground. Hopefully both players are okay. Take a look at this again. It was Kammerbauer who sent the ball into the middle. It's just a collision of feet, really, between Kell and Yasula. So now we're going to have a drop ball from the referee. We'll see the Osnabrück side play it back. They'll maintain possession here as well. So now Kammerbauer sends the ball forward, and again Osnabrück looking to probe. So carrying the ball forward, the referee pulls back for a free kick here. But it will be to Essen. Yasula invited back onto the pitch. Recovered from the collision. With Lars Kell. Again, the pass intercepted by Osnabrück here, and once again, they're going to continue probing inside the Essen half. Bruma trying to recover the ball. Essen again losing it inside their own half as now Osnabrück continue forwards, but the pass just a little bit too ambitious from Kammerbauer. The idea celebrated by the Osnabrück side. Elsewhere, we've got a goal at Regensburg. They're now 2-0 up against VfL Wiesbaden. Inside the 74th minute. Bear in mind, this is also a Wehrhen side that are well inside the top 10 at the moment. And now the number 10, this time of Kai Proger, trying to send across into the middle. It has been blocked, so it will be a corner kick, I believe, for Osnabrück. But the travelling Essen supporters have not given up whatsoever, still keen to see their side rise back up against Osnabrück. We'll be coming into the final 20 minutes of play soon enough. But right now, it will be an Osnabrück corner on the right-hand side. Plenty of bodies inside the penalty area. They play it short here. Kammerbauer sends the ball into the middle. Kell once again into the middle. Very shallow cross, but a shot goes off anyway. Just could not quite connect, and yes! 2-0. Osnabrück have made it happen. The opportunity was left on a plate. And the man to take it, Yannick Muller, with his first goal of the season for Osnabrück. We mentioned prior to the start of the game that a lot of the goals have come from defensive players this season from this Osnabrück side. From the likes of Patrick Kammerbauer and also Fredrik Christiansen. But this time, it's Yannick Muller who pops up with the loose ball arriving at his feet. A first-time strike, burying it into the left-hand corner of the net. It's Osnabrück 2, Essen 0. Well, a wonderful occasion for the home side. In a very comfortable position. Elsewhere, VfL have gone down to 10 men as well. They've just experienced a red card inside the final 15 minutes of play against Aachen, who seem to be in control at their home ground at the moment. Duisburg still remain 3-0 in front against Schweinfurt. Essen still working away though, trying to develop something in this closing stage. Denied again though. Osnabrück reclaimed the ball in a lovely sweeping pass to Kai, well not Kai Proger, in fact it will be Meisner, Robin Meisner with a shot. It's not going to trouble the goalkeeper. It's been arguably a frustrating day at the office for Meisner as well. He had his chances inside the first half, as now we see two changes made from Essen. Muzel getting ready off the bench, and Kuba Protočnik will be joining the play as well. Kaito Mizuta coming off the field. Kuba Protočnik, relatively new player, arriving in on the scene. Yeah, 20-year-old arrives in already with 2 goals in 6 games. This will be his 7th appearance for the Essen side. Torben Muzel coming on for Michael Scholz, who's been a busy rear gunner in the rear for Essen so far. Kell back on the ball here for Osnabrück to deliver the dead ball, the free kick. Now into the middle. It's well claimed by Felix Wienand. Let's play back underway. Lofty goal kick. Clearance sent through by Jonsson. Bruma with a quick throw in. Looking to try and open up Janssen. It's the front end of things, but the referee pulling play back. So a change to the entire front three of this Essen team. Obviously felt was needed by Uwe Koshinat, the head coach of the Essen side. Kammerbauer with the throw. Sends it long. To Kai Proger again. Sends the ball into the middle. No one can get on the end of it. In the possession of the Essen team, who look to push it into the Osnabrück half. Indeed, it does find its way there. And it's the substitute Marvin Abbouz who picks it up towards the front but loses it. Christensen sends the ball forward. Try to find Robin Meisner, who unfortunately could not on the opportunity. It's Riesig now on the ball. Sends it forward. Again, they're looking to probe here. And it's a free kick to Essen. In a very dangerous area. The referee, Felix Bickel, just pulling play back. Having a few words with goal scorer Müller. Straightforward decision for the referee to make. But, Bruma and Musel standing over it. Of course, Musel, the substitute, coming on for Scholz. Some instructions being issued here by Lucas Jonsson. So the wall being created. Clearly feel that there's a pending on-goal threat. It looks like it's largely going to come from Bruma, who sends the ball, and a great save by Lucas Jonsson. Lovely curling effort that was on target. Could throw in yet more confidence here for this Essen team. They're currently 2-0 down. Big hands there from Jonsson to collect the loose ball. And now an opportunity on the counter-attack straight away here for Osnabrück. Plenty of red shirts also responding, sending players back as well. As the ball goes out for a throw-in. Still remain an Osnabrück ball as well. Lars Kell hands it back across. This would send the danger out of play. Hoffman opting for it to go to a throw-in again. Ingolstadt currently 2-1 in front against Havelse right now. They're coming into the final 5 minutes of normal time at Ingolstadt at the moment. Essen now collecting the ball to the Osnabrück throw in, but now Osnabrück with the ball back in a very dangerous area. The referee, though, pulls it back again. It was just as Lars Kell was looking to open up for the shot, but Rios Alonso going down. The referee seeing fit to pull play back for a free kick to Essen. Count themselves a little bit lucky there. It went that way. But nonetheless, still 2-0 to Osnabrück at the moment. Everything the home fans could have wished for, and it does mean the last 5 run will continue for Osnabrück. They're enjoying a really smart spell of form. Kai Proger looks to gather the loose ball. Brumer was equal to it as it was sent forward, but again Osnabrück with the ball at their feet, and now a grand opportunity as Robin Meisner looks to chase it down. Will be an Essen throw. Kick as well. Tried to take it quickly, but the referee having none of it. Looks like they're going to be making a substitution now on the bench here. Seeing the referee's gesture, or whether I think it was just him taking it again, I believe. Yeah, obviously not happy with the quickly taken free kick. But there is, by the looks of it, some activity there on the Osnabrück bench. So they're looking to make another late change now as Essen come forward with a chance on goal of their own. Looks like it will be a goal kick. Marek Jansen was looking for that corner. Elsewhere, we've had goals coming in. Ingolstadt now 3-1 in front against Havelse. And Van Wiesbaden have pulled a goal back as well, as we now watch as Lars Kell will make his way off the pitch. Has been a force of creativity for the Osnabrück side, with his corners coming in, especially the one that led to the Müller goal. It will be Brian Henning who will step in his place. Strong day at the office for Lars Kell. So the ball is cleared and will very calmly find its way back to the Essen goalkeeper. We're into the final 10 minutes of normal time. Also elsewhere, Schweinfurt have brought a goal back against Duisburg. It's 3-1. Currently, the way it pans out, Osnabrück will be level on points with Duisburg towards the top of the table, but just on mere goal difference by 1. Osnabrück currently sitting second. Great chance for Brumer, great save, and another great save. My goodness, what a chance. For the Essen team, point-blank range shots. The first one coming from Brumer on the left-hand side. What a ball that was as well to find Brumer. And then on the return, it was Musel, whose strike also couldn't penetrate the hands of Lucas Jonsson. Was able to firmly clasp the ball. Fantastic saves by the Osnabrück goalkeeper. It'll once again be a goal kick for Osnabrück again. Denied once more. RW Essen. How on earth did he keep those out? The reactions as well to save the second effort. Just no denying Lucas Johnsen. As we said, this being his 25th appearance this season for Osnabrück. So they look to come forward again, putting pressure on the opposing keeper, this time with Kai Proger, who's been a little workhorse up there up the front since he's come on in place of Ismail Badji. It's now Riesig. Sends the ball forward again. Essen trying to push onwards against this Osnabrück team that have just been clinical when the chances have come. Haven't had many in terms of the amount of chances as Rios Alonso plays it back to Weinand. Kraulik. He's been a major rear gunner for this Essen side today. Not strong enough to repel the force of the Purple Whites at their home ground. With Ingolstadt being 3-1 up, they currently sit in 8th in the table, just in front of TSV 1860 Munich. Klaus Yasula busy in the middle of the park as well. Tries to open up as now once again Riesig looks to spread the play. Hoffman sends the ball into the middle. On the edge of the area, Janssen just couldn't do anything with it. It gets cleared again, Kraulik. Now with the ball at feet. Uses up all the pitch space and looks up. Finds Yasula. Albanian midfielder sends it across to Rios Alonso. Hoffman. Kraulik. Riesig sends it back to Yasula. Yasula sends the ball forward again. Janssen tries to deal with it but is unable to garner any purchase. Will be an Osnabrück free kick. 4 minutes to go in normal time. Indeed, it is offside. It's called by the referee, the linesman, with the flag raised over the far side. More urgency coming from the Essen dugout. They'll no doubt be looking to chase for at least a draw. Just try and reduce the goal deficit now. It will be Lucas Johnsen taking the free kick. The ball gets ploughed forward. It was an Essen head that was first to it. Come back to Kraulik again. Kai Proger closing it down. Bruma sends it forward again. Oh, but Bruma back on the ball. He has been a workhorse also on the left-hand side. Able to find that one though. Referee pulling play back for yet another free kick. Yasula just gesturing. It wasn't necessarily him that caught the player. Looks like we're going to see 3 changes also on the Osnabrück bench inside the final few minutes. It's Kanya who we're going to be seeing as one of them, the number 9, stepping up. Let's wait for the next dead ball situation as Kammerbauer sends it back. The ball comes forward again. Another big opportunity here for Osnabrück. They've got a couple of men forward here. Kai Proger with a very loose right-footed pass. Searching for the space to pass into. Kammerbauer sends it across. Once again, Osnabrück really keen to build up yet another passage of play. Looks like Osnabrück have got Tesche, Kanya and Lesour looking to come on. It's Robert Tesch. The number 8 jersey. He's already netted in his 19 appearances this season is Tony Lasur. In terms of Tesh, this will be his 4th appearance in a purple-white jersey. Janssen once again goes down. Another chance denied here for Essen. Still got the ball inside the Osnabrück half. Sula, Riesig. Rios Alonso plays it to the right. Hoffman just tries to sprint away from his man. To Riesig again. Julian Kanya will look to join the field of action after only 5 appearances so far this season. So a couple of junior players that are now looking to join the fray. Kanya only 24 years old. So 25. Robert Tesh, 38 years of age, senior. As now they come forward again. Big hands from Lucas Janssen. Janssen once again frustrated. He has been a big threat inside that penalty area. But yet another strong save from Swede Lucas Janssen. Lifts the ball up. Brumer is the one that controls it first. Riesig sends it out wide. Rios Alonso again. Out to Hoffman. Where not garner the ball. Christensen sends it forward again. Riesig. Again, now Osnabrück have fed the path of possession. And now they come forward with opportunities now inside the middle of the park. It's cleared away by Kraulik. It will be another corner at a very late stage. We are into the 90th minute and we're into stoppage time. 3 changes now being made here for Osnabrück. One of them making way will be Christiansen. Be parting way. Fridolin Wagner will be another one as well after a busy stint inside the first half. Robin Meisner will also be coming off the field of play as well. So quite a flurry of changes coming in for Osnabrück. Some fresh energy, no question. Added in for this is now the court. Well, certainly the ball is prized by Essen. Osnabrück collected again, though. They're going to look to drive forward now. The purple whites. They open up the passenger play. Kai Proger now looks to take on Kraulik. Kai Proger! What a threat he's been since he's come on the field of play. The man in the number 10 jersey, Kai Proger. 17 appearances and finally a goal goes his way this season. Proger's been probing. He's finally found the answer. It's a magnificent 3-0 for Osnabrück at home. Inside stoppage time. Just look at the smile on his face. He's absolutely delighted with that. He needed no invitation. Lovely ball. Laid off by Fabinski. And it was a venomous strike from Kai Proger, who was able to dodge Kraulik and smash the roof of the net with a mighty right-footed strike to put 3 goals on Essen in the closing stages of play here at the Stadion and Bremerbrücke. Straight away to the other side now. Brumer looks at the ball here for Essen. They've got to get something out of this game, you feel, but no points will be going Essen's way this time. We're over 3 minutes into stoppage time now. Elsewhere, it's finished at Duisburg, 3-1 for them. Ingolstadt, 3-2 against Havelse. Regensburg winning 2-1 against Wien Wiesbaden. Aachen BeReal in the closing stages of their game, 3-1 at the moment. Kai Proger back, chasing the ball again against Kralik, and it will be another corner. But the fans, rest assured here in Osnabrück that 3 points will be going their way. The goals have been hard fought, but when Osnabrück have had realistic chances, they have taken them. And that has really been the difference between the two sides. Essen unable to capitalise. As now the corner looks to come in again. It's Henning who will take it. Sends it from the right-hand side, but unable to make use of it. And that is the full-time whistle here at the Bremer Brücke. 3 goals coming in the closing stages. It all started, though, with Ismail Badji with a grand finish to close up after Robin Meisner's efforts in the initial stages of the match just before half-time. Then later on into the second half, it would be Müller who would capitalise. Yannick Müller netting the second goal of the game for Osnabrück. But in the closing stages, the cherry on the cake was brought together by Kai Proger, who smashed the ball into the roof of the net, confirming 3 points for Osnabrück as they push into the top 2 spaces inside the league table. It's all finished here at the Bremer Brücke. It's Osnabrück 3, RW Essen 0.